Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the voice of Yamato, number 54, I believe. Let's take a look at what people are doing. So the thing is, I believe one issue, guys. One issue is that my understanding is that a lot of teams like to just vote for the teams above them. Because if you vote for specific players, it kind of, removes from, like, if you only vote like enemy mid and jungle, and this is the team that beats you, you're kind of jabbing at your own teammate, which I think is kind of BS, right? Which is kind of BS. But I think due to that alone, maybe players and teams shouldn't be involved in the voting, especially when they're still in competition. Because even though it shouldn't matter, it can matter. You get me? Like, obviously everything should be taken in, these guys played better than us. This player is better than you. It is what it is. But let's take a look at some of these. So we got a lot of Keens here. It's like for here, they're just straight up sending the full Genji team, bro. I think like they're just afraid of that smoke. They're afraid of that smoke. They just send a full Genji team. Here we have a Viper, a little Viper here. Let's take a look at the LCK team coaches and players. It's just full on Genji teams. They're just like voting based off of what's going on, yeah? CV Max is based. CV Max is based. Zeus, Canyon, Chovy, Viper, Korea. All right. And that's why you have some fraudulent things here. Because if I think about it, okay, we do top lane, do red, top, 1, 2, 3, jungle, mid, bot, and soup. Right? And soup. My first number 1 top laner is going to be Zeus. Zeus single-handedly carried so many fucking games. Like an insane amount of games. And I think that his Aatrox performances alone puts him here, It's like people say, you should ban the Aatrox, whatever. Like, I think Zeus has been such a machine. Such a machine. I think Zeus belongs here. I think that in terms of output, it's like, keep in mind, it's kind of like a Milky Way versus Canyon situation, right? It's like Zeus was playing with a underperforming career, I would say, in the second half of the split. Owner wasn't himself. Like, he got sick mid-split and they got subbed out because of his illness. And then when he came back, I don't think that he was, in the pocket at all. I don't think he was in the pocket, So I think Zeus had more opportunities to carry heavy, while the load on Genji as a top laner is not that high, even though Keen was really fucking good. My jungle is Canyon. I think jungle as a role in LCK is kind of underwhelming. But Canyon was insanely consistent, insanely fucking good, insanely disciplined. He had that one series against Piochik where Piochik ran the whole region, right? But I don't really blame that on Canyon specifically. I think there was draft things. It's like the enemy team got Senna. They got the OP Talia. They got OP fucking Kesante. And they ran 2 back-to-back games, and KT had kind of like a situation where everything landed. Like, Chovy also had a pretty stinker of a series. Like, Chovy was getting dry W'd by BDD Italia. So there's Canyon. Canyon belongs here at first. I think that Canyon has made himself so far ahead of the competition because Owner is not performing good, consistently good. And then additionally, I think that Peanut is also didn't have a great time, Chovy is easy. I think there's no argument there. Chovy just consistently better, like insane. Like, Chovy is just insane. But for me, plain and simple, Viper. I think Viper has been amazing, insanely consistent. Like, Viper is just sitting there waiting for his team to actually play good. And when they do, he carries the game, right? And like, whenever like Peanut and Delight are having a good game, Zeka's having a good game, Viper is there to fucking deliver, man. There to fucking deliver. And based over those conditions alone, it is harder to be the AD of Hanwha Life than it is to be the AD of Genji. So the opportunities for Viper to stand out were a lot more clear. Even though I think Paze had a fantastic split, Viper, I think, just operates at such a beautiful level. And whenever his teammates, the Hanwha Life team members, were giving anything to Viper, he fucking delivered. I think Viper, for me, number one. Finally, I would move away from Korea and I'm gonna put Lehens here. I think Korea suffered from identity crisis in terms of what to play. I think that he very much underperformed, I think, in to his standard. I think they had some good Tam Kench moments and good moments early in the split, but I don't really buy into the fucking edge drill, whatever the fuck. He didn't really know what he should play. And I think that that's something that T1 really, really needs to figure out. I really, really think that they need to figure this out, you know? I think that in terms of the super position, I think that Korea is still a fantastic player. This is just based off of the performance in the split. I think that Lehens on his Nautilus, on his Rakan, I feel like these engaged supports are just a lot more impactful. And I think these champions were very relevant in the split. I think Korea still had solid games, you know, the Tam Kenchi and so forth. But I think the driving factor behind T1's victories this split was mostly Faker and Zeus, in my opinion. I think Gumayushi and Korea were very impactful when they got Senna Tam, because, you know, choosing what to ban against T1 is tricky. And Korea is still in my top 3. Like, he had one of the weakest splits, but I still think that he belongs there, you know? Same thing for Delight, right? Same thing for Delight. But this would be my All-Pro number 1. Like, this would be my All-Pro number 1. I think that in terms of performance, I think this is my All-Pro. Here, now it becomes a little bit more interesting, right? Maybe, maybe not. I think Keen, we already talked about Keen to a great extent. I don't know why I wrote it like that. It looks really goofy. I think that Keen belongs here, plain and simple. Plain and simple. Are we ignoring Lehen's pace, sus laning first half of the split? First half of the split is an over-exaggeration, but you know, the T1's bot lane also had some grief games, you know? It's like, Keen is fucking good. Keen is fucking good. I think that these two homies playing against each other is fucking fireworks. And that's it. We don't need to talk about Keen more. Here, I think jungle becomes hard, but I want to put Peanut. Like, Peanut definitely had like some fucking grief games, but as which jungle didn't? Which jungle that is not named Cannon didn't? And I think that Peanut was still a driving force, many important poppy games. I think that Peanutty, he completely destroyed the competition in the second half, in my opinion. That wasn't Canyon. So Peanut deserves to be up there. I think that he makes Hanwha Life dangerous, and that's it. You know, in terms of mids, I put Faker here. I think Faker had a very solid split. Played many different champions, very different looks to himself. T1 was underperforming because of many reasons, owner, whatever. I think that Faker had a pretty fucking good split. Usually regular splits have been rough for Faker, in my opinion, besides that, like, one split where they played Gragas and Kassadin and he was dominating. And I think that Faker belongs here as the second. You know, this is definitely one of the best LCK performances we've seen from Faker in quite some time, ever since, I guess, maybe spring last year, you know? So Faker, his way, you know, his play in general, I think puts him here on second for me. Bot lane, this is where I slot in Paze. This is where I slot in Paze. And then I put Korea here. The main thing that stands out for me with Korea, right, is just I think he didn't know what to play, and I think that it showed in the gameplay too. I think that Like if you want to play that card, Steph, where you blame Owner for everything, I think that Owner and Peanut, like Owner and Korea are two players that definitely are intertwined in some ways, sure, but Korea also wasn't performing at the level that is expected. And I think it's a part of the process of being someone that really wants to shape the meta and find ways to find impact in the game. And now, as we're heading into a meta where it's like the same supers are being played over and over again, it's like the meta on 14.6 that we expect. It is the card. Korea had some fucking shitty games. We move on from this. I'm not going to argue with you. In regards to where we're heading into and what we've seen, 40.6, we might move into a world where Nautilus, Rakan, Lulu is going to be played every game. Lucian too. Considering Senna is pretty much like headshots, it's going to be a lot worse, smolder out. We're moving into like crit ADs. It kind of reminds me of last year's MSI. But that has nothing to do with the regular split, right? Like if you tell me Korea, for example, played good against How Alive, like that as a series, right? You guys want examples? Go look at that series and tell me Korea played good with an honest face. And we continue. The third one, I think this is where things get a little bit more interesting. A top lane is tough, right? Because I personally don't think Doran deserves to be here. It's like Doran, Dudu, Kingen. It's like everyone's flawed in some way, but I kind of want to put Kingen. Kingen had a very fucking rough first half of the split, but I think he picked up steam. He solo killed Doran in that matchup. I think Kingen made that interesting against How Alive when it really shouldn't have been. Like in my mind, I want to put Kingen here. I think Perfect shouldn't be in this conversation. Kingen had it's a tough one. Honestly, here I'm split. I don't think Perfect belongs here. You could even go so far to put Dudu here, but Kwang Dong Freaks, like Dudu didn't have a good performance against fucking Morganovic. You guys don't see it here. So it's like there's an issue with all of these choices, in my opinion. So it's like, we remove these. It's like my maybe on a different day, I would put something different, but I'm putting King in here. But it is hard. I think when he started playing less Aatrox, he played like K'Sante, Renekton, like King started to look pretty decent. I think that the second half of the split, I think King was solid. I do think also Perfect got better, you know? It was a K'Sante merchant in the beginning. I think this one is hard for me. Here, maybe on a different day, I would change my mind here. Third jungle, but I'm putting fucking Pyosik. I cannot honestly... I cannot honestly put Owner. I can't. Pyosik is my guy. Pyosik has some fucking pop-off games, man. I think maybe if like Pyosik had a good fucking split. Like Pyosik played fucking good in my opinion. I think maybe you can go so far even to put Pyosik above Peanut. There could be arguments for it, but I'm gonna put it here on 3. But there we have it. Pyosik on 3rd. I'm gonna remove this so it looks a little bit prettier. 1 second, guys. All right. Mid lane, my guy is BDD. BDD is getting in there above Zeka. BDD is my guy. BDD. BDD brings KT hope. BDD is my guy. Showmaker, I think he lost steam. Showmaker definitely lost steam as things progressed. I think BDD has made KT dangerous when they really shouldn't be, I think. I think the BDD has been solid throughout, in my opinion. Showmaker definitely played worse second half. Showmaker is on that rookie arc, man. Showmaker and rookie are just playing out the same career, but Showmaker is just playing it out later. Tell me it's not exactly the same. Showmaker is on a rookie arc. AD, maybe it's just Gomayushi. And then I put the light. And that's my LCK All Pro. Maybe there's like some Jivu angles, fucking deft, like barrel. But I don't really believe it. It's like T1 still grinded out a lot of fucking wins. Gumayushi Lucian was running the region. Gumayushi Senna was running the region. We shouldn't move away, like remove ourselves too far from that conversation. You know, we shouldn't remove ourselves that far from what T1 actually did. You know. I think you can even make the argument for Gumayushi being above pace. Well, I think this is cool. I think I'm happy to leave it there. I am happy to leave it there. Where is Owner? Owner is not here. Owner best internationally by far. Yeah, this is a tier list for how teams would performed at Worlds last year. This is what this tier list is. Definitely. This is just the All Pro, my All Pro voting, if I was involved. I think Owner didn't have like a great split. So how does it look, right? We have a T1 member here, T1 member here, T1 member here, a T1 member here. GG, Genji, HLE, Genji. Even owner on his recent classic was having a rough game. If you really think that owner is a problem, you should review your game understanding. That's a great argument, mate. I don't know why. Every time we open the conversation surrounding T1, it just opens up the Pandora's box of people just being completely delusional. It's always the case. Owner didn't have a good split, and that's fine. That doesn't take anything away from his world championship or what he can be as a player or how impactful he could potentially be coming into the playoffs. I think the mistakes of Zeus is the price you pay for the conditions he puts himself to carry games. I think that something that is really lost upon people is if you're in a position where you need to obtain a certain amount of gold in order to carry a game, you're going to have to sometimes take sometimes you're going to take calculated risks, and sometimes you're going to be taking waves and you're going to die on those waves because you are playing your odds to win games. I appreciate Zeus super much as a player because I think that he plays to win. He plays to win in the ultimate form of it. I think Faker had a way better split than Owner. Faker had a great split. Yeah, Azerbeast. Let's not mix this Owner homie with Steph Curry Sim, because Steph Curry Sim, at least, there's arguments. It's like if someone tells me Korea did better than Lehens because Lehens, also had grief games. I accept that. I accept that. But let's not compare Steph Curry Sim with the person who said, if you watch T1 games and you think Owner is the problem, you should really get your game understanding in check. It's not really the same level. You get me? Actually, I should be showing the chat on the stream, so people know what's cooking. All right. LEC. How about we do LEC? I think. Does anyone have any comment to put here? Any comment to put here? Keep in mind, there's biases. There's biases involved. Like, I am biased the same way you are biased. This is a list through the lens of my own eyes, and maybe you appreciate details that I appreciate less, and the other way around, right? It's never gonna be perfect. And I think there's arguments for movement, right? Keen for Zeus, I can see that, Korea for the hands, I can see that too. I think it's close. I think it's close. I just don't buy into like Ezreal, and I don't buy into the whole like that fucking Nami angles that they were on, like, sure, you can say it's a draft problem too, but it definitely was and is for T1, but it is what it is. Is that Korea's fault? But like them drafting bad and him landing on Nami, of course he's responsible somehow. But we don't know how the fucking team works. But we can only go off the games, and the Nami games were kind of trash. It's like, should I judge players based off of the draft they didn't have or the draft that they did have? Yeah, Canyon was above and beyond, but jungle in LCK is a weird role, man. It's a very weird role. It's been. I would personally be very excited to see Tarzan in LCK again. I think that like this would be a very important piece. I think this would be a very important player here. I think Tarzan would do very, very well. Alright, let's do LEC, guys. I love that sound. It's very, very OG. No. Sorry for the flashbang. I'll fix that. Alright, LEC, ladies and gentlemen. LEC. What a messy LEC split it's been. What a messy LEC split it's been. We have top lane, jungle, mid, AD. So 1, 2, 3. So the weird thing is, week 3 was some of the worst League of Legends we've seen from both G2 and Fnatic. So I implore you guys to keep week 1 and 2 in mind. Let's keep 1 and 2 in mind. Let's keep week 1 and 2 in mind. Because top lane, the names that should be in top lane in what order I'm not so sure. It's Photon, Wunder, and BB. So the main thing here people are going to ask is that where is Irrelevant? Well, the thing is, I think Irrelevant is good, very strong laner, but I don't think he performed better than these 3 players this split. I think Irrelevant in a lot of the games where SK was struggling, I think that he misplayed a lot in fights. Misplayed super much in fights. Overpositioned, overpostured, lost his HP bar. I think that Irrelevant, generally through the eye test, misplayed a lot of fights. Oh shit, you guys don't see it because my camera's blocking it. Jungle is like Jankos, Razork need to be up there. Which order, I'm not so sure. And then it's like and then the last one is a little bit tough for me. Because it's like, yike. Shio I can't put. It's like Shio I can't put based on that Volibear game alone. Based on that Volibear game alone, it's like, in my mind here, I think, like my instinct tells me yike. My instinct tells me yike. But I don't like that whole Javan obsession that they had. Yeah, that Ivan game too, like the stinky games. The stinky games that they had. Like Yike has played some impossible drafts. Like he played Lee Sin in that draft, he played Ivan in the other draft. Like those are the worst games that Yike played. But there were those who also like the worst possible games to even play in the first place. So beyond that, I think that he played pretty solid. Mad Lions was very up and down, and we had the Elioya Jax game that was really terrible. Like there was some dives that were terrible from Mad Lions. They were dysfunction as a whole, but that's a part of the jungle position, right? You are definitely at the mercy of what's going on, you know? I like it. It's Douglas Rel and then Elioya, Yike, Ismarel, Douglas, Marcoon, Volibear, Isma, Peaches. That's fucking hilarious because there's so much truth to it. And Steph Curry's list is so fucking funny, man. Mid lane, obviously, is Caps. It's humanoid. And then it's like the last mid laner, bro. Like maybe we just don't put the mid laner. Like no one, like who the fuck do we put here? It's like Niski played good, but he also ran it down, trying to do way too much. Veteo, I think that he was really rough out of lane phase, and I don't think he was a crucial part as to why Vitality was successful. Zvyro, I think Zvyro played a very plug-and-play thing, and to put him in a top 3 position after a plug-and-play gameplay, it's more about like, are we putting him third because we have sympathy to the challenge of the situation, or does he actually deserve it? So here it's a question mark. AD is like Kazi, Hans. It's like Flacked. I can't type. I don't know what's happening. Flacked. Flacked? And then support has to be Trimby. Do you guys hear my cat? Do you guys hear my cat? He's just shouting in the other room. And Trimby, Mickey, Haley. Alright, you guys don't hear my cat. June is kind of cold too. All right, let's get this shit. Let's get the shit out of the way. All right, let's put some names into the list. Let's finally put some names in the list. Photon versus Wunder. Photon versus Wunder. Photon versus Wunder. I have to put Photon. I'm putting Photon. I'm putting Wunder second. I'm putting BB third. This has to be my order. I think Photon played a very wide range of champions, laned really fucking well, insane Aatrox, insane Gwen, good TF performance. I think he carried a lot of the fucking games, and he had to, you know, I had the Rumble game as well, which was crazy. I think Photon has just been an absolute machine this split. Absolute machine.
Battle cruiser.
I think Wunder has been really, really fucking good. But I think Photon just, it's like, if there's a score in my mind, I visualize a score, I just see him having a higher score for his performance, you know? That would be my top lane. I think top lane is fairly easy, I'm not gonna lie. Top lane is pretty straightforward. Jungle, still, honestly, Razork week 1 and 2, I want to put Razork at the top. I think Razork had a horrible last week, right? But I think his performance was so fucking insane in week 1 and 2 that he belongs here. Razork came into week 3, he was sick, which shouldn't fucking matter, and it doesn't. But I think that Razork in week 1 and 2 was such a monster that to me, like, is the biggest reason why fucking, Fnatic actually ended up in first place, right? Jankos, there was definitely games where I wanted more from Jankos, but I think that across the 3 weeks, I think that he's been most consistent, But Razork definitely, had a very weak week 3. That week 3 was not the greatest for Razork. His Vi game, Volibear game were very rough games. Like they went 1 and 2 or what? 1 and 2 they went, and they fucking got first place. There was some circumstances that played out in a very strange way. I feel like in the LEC. But yeah, him being sick doesn't matter. We are rating performance. I shouldn't have mentioned that. I shouldn't have mentioned it. But we don't care about that. Why not Jankos first? I think Razork just fucking completely annihilated the games from 1 to 2. From week 1 and week 2, I think Razork was fucking completely mental. Completely mental. I would Jankos second. No, I can't put Sheo after this Volibear game. I can't. I literally can't. I think Sheo had a very good game against Razork. That was a good game. His Inzao game. You guys remember this game? Like BDS versus Fnatic. BDS completely annihilated. Really shat on fucking Fnatic. It's just a question of your flavor, right? And I had to think. Trying to think. Douglas Rel, is that the third best? Just Douglas on Rel. Unironically. Douglas Rel. Douglas Jackson was also pretty solid. Douglas Rel versus Douglas Jackson, no 1v1 right now. Let's circle back. Caps. Humanoid. Just completed. Mid lane. It's like a part of me is saying Nuke. I actually want to put Nuke. I want to put Nuke actually. I think is the name that makes the most sense to me. I think just he has a very good understanding of how he should play mages. So he belongs there. The absence of perks third. You guys are fucking mean. You guys are very mean. You guys are very mean. AD. I need a little bit of a refresher of the Noah games. I just, like the Noah game where he played Zeri, the Noah game where he played Jinx, like those games are just sticking out as sore thumbs to me, man. They really are. I think Karzi is number 1 for me, man. I think Ice is a fair shout. Kazi is number one for sure. Synkrov said that Ilioya is better than Yike and even he would win LEC with G2 because they have 3 winning lanes. And what the fuck does this have to do with this fucking conversation? We're not fucking playing GM and making a team next week. We're talking about the performance in the split in the context that they are in. Sorry for snapping guys, but I don't get how every time we have people that are completely delusional about what we're talking about. We're not fucking GMing making a roster, yeah? Is Mickey just out? Mickey might just be out. Like Mickey had some cool Draven games. It's like, the thing is, I don't know, Hans Sama has a very big impact on draft. Hans Sama has a very big impact on draft. It's kind of OP to have Hans Sama on your team. He makes everyone so fucking scared. And I think based on that alone, Hans Sama deserves to be here, man. Because it's like, I think Hans Sama like does something that other AD doesn't, and that is like, he drags games over the fucking finish lines, while Kazi and Flacket have done a very good job of surfing the game conditions, which is sometimes what you have to do as AD. I have to praise Hans Sama for drawing bans every fucking game, and then when he locks in the fucking Draven, they fucking win it, you know? It is fucking big that he pulls bans and they have a good time, you know? They lost the Kalista game. That's what happened. They lost Kalista game against Vitality. I do think Flacket has done a good job of playing the meta, you know? But the main concern for me, which is something you can get away with in this meta, is it just depends on what you care about, right? I think Ice has shown better AD carry qualities than Flacket. But Flacket just serves the condition of the game, and that is exactly what Team Heretics needed. So the question is, it's like, players like Zvyro and Flacket, the strength of these players is they are not trying to do more than necessary, and they're not putting the game at risk. They make sure that they are there, they make sure that their conditions are fine. The driving force in my mind behind Team Heretics is Wunder, Trimby, and Jankos. Flacket played a crazy Yasuo game, for sure. That was a really, really good game. And that's no front on Flacket on Zvyro, right? I think that players like this are very important. But do they belong in the conversation of top 3 for me in those contexts? I don't think I can. I don't think I can say that. Noah, his Zeri game and Jinx game, I don't know, my issue with Noah, right? Many games I'm sitting there thinking, okay, if the AD carry reaches this point, he should be able to swing the game. And then he just runs it down. I can't put Noah in the discussion based off of that. I think that when he's ahead, he had a good Kaiser game. He has had some solid games. I can't put Noah there. So Noah is disqualified. And now it's just a question of your flavoring, you know? Like, I think Ice showed more qualities that I appreciate in an AD carry. He carried more. Plain and simple. He just carried more. I think Ice straight up just carried more. I like Ice on Zeri. I like Ice on Aphelios. He just carried more. And now the question is, with the reasoning surrounding Ice, should I just remove Hans Sama? Because maybe I'm just removing Hans Sama. Because now right now I'm rationalizing, should I put Flacket over Hans Sama? That's what I'm thinking. Because the Kalista game was a stinker. 2 smolder games were terrible. But then a lot of the games, Caps just fucking dragged them over the finish line, didn't they? So I might just remove Hans Sama to put Flacket in. So I'm gonna do that. We are bringing in the Eraser. Him carrying on Draven is not enough. He carried on 2 Draven games. But the fact that they lost the Kalista game, he lost some of that magic, you know? Obviously, they played Leona, but... Ice. I think this is the base list. Let me think about this again. Let's think about this one more time because I'm not gonna fucking be doing any deletion more. Alright? So, Noah we can't have because of what we mentioned. Ice deserves to be there for sure. Hans carried some games with Draven. Otherwise, I think G2 just fucking was popping off, right? But like what 80 can we put? What 80 can we put? It has to be Flagged. It has to be. It has to be. Just default Hans there. History cannot remember our region as having Flacket top 3 at any point. No. Flacket is a role player, guys. But he's not a super duper AD carry player. He's a role player. And that's exactly like Zvyro, and Flacket was perfect for Team Heretics, really. Alright. Support. Support. Trimby needs to be there. June is legit. June is legit. Hilly. Hilly was fucking cold too, man. Hilly had some Rakan games. He had some fucking dank Nautilus games, and he had fucking that Camille game too, man. Hilly's been fucking good. He had a stinker of a Brom. For space alone. That's fresh. I like that set. Is it just Trimby, June, Hilly? It's just Trimby, June, Hilly, no? What order? What order now? That's the question. I have to put Trimby a little bit lower because of just the lane impact, you know? The lane impact. Because it's like I have to put Trimby lower because of that. I honestly want to do this. This is it. We lock it in. We lock it in. Everetics won 90% of bot lanes this split. So first and foremost, I don't know how you reach 90% in a 9-game split. So, and they were behind in many lanes. Behind in many lanes. But they got away with it. MVP, there's only one answer. MVP is Caps. Caps won a lot of games they shouldn't have won. He saved so many games for them. So many games. Jankos and Photon needed to do much more than Caps to achieve first place. But at some point, guys, your logic needs to meet in the same place, okay? So we all agree that the boiling of G2 is underperforming. We all agree that BB had some off games, Yak had some terrible games too. Then why the fuck is G2 still winning? Caps has separated himself from the other mid laners by such a wide margin. Humanoid is the only one tailing his ass. Caps has done a heavy fucking lifting. G2's underperforming, but they are still first because the region is not showing a great level. Well, I think sometimes I implore you guys. I feel like as you are writing things, I feel like you guys are just so often, homies in the chat, are forgetting what the hell we are talking about. So we are judging the LEC and gameplay within LEC. But then someone here comes in and says, G2's underperforming, but they are first because the region is not showing a great level. But we are not comparing Caps to Chovy right now. So what does it matter if the region is the worst region in the world or the best region in the world? We're comparing players within that region. We are working with nine BO1s, but that's the fun of it, right? Jankos is more valuable to his team than Caps. So as I say that out loud, yeah, I think Caps was the most valuable player this split. I genuinely think so. It's like, I've been harsh on Caps when he has underperformed. Like if you guys, like last year, for example, in spring, Caps was not performing. The same way I've been harsh on Faker, right? And people gonna give me shit for that. And that's okay, because we just call it as we see it. You can definitely be the best player and not the most valuable, yes. But you can also be the best player and be the most valuable. It goes both ways, right? Just because he is the best player doesn't remove him from the opportunity to actually also be the most valuable player. I think Caps did some insanely heavy lifting this split. Razork is in the conversation. Jankos can be in the conversation, but for me, Caps wins out. Yo, it's fine to say that Hilly. It's fine to say that Hilly underperformed in winter, because he really did. He had a really terrible split. But let's not fucking throw shade on Hilly's career, okay? Because Hilly, there's been many moments in time where Hilly was a way better player than Mickey. Way better player than Mickey. And that's fine. But Hilly has achieved some insanely high peaks. And one bad split is not gonna fucking take that away from him. You don't agree? You don't agree? 2021, where was Mickey? 2018, where was Mickey? 2020, Hilly was a fucking beast. He was insane. There's been times when Mickey was the best support in Europe by far. And there's been times where Hilly was the best support by far. And that's the proper take. Hilly and Mickey have been challenging each other for that position for many years. And if you enjoy League of Legends and you enjoy supports and you enjoy LEC, you should appreciate them both. There were times when Tagama's Flacket was the best bot lane. I don't think that was ever true. I don't think that was ever true. I think even when they won the split, I think that Hilly and Upset was better than them. Mickey single-handedly almost saved Excel. Hilly-san has gone to finals in every team he's ever been in. He took Unicorns of Love to finals. Do you remember any players that were played on Unicorns of Love besides Vichichachi? Do you remember any players? Of course I do, because I played against them. But let's be honest. The thing is, Globetrotter, Durden, Globetrotter watched 1BO1 and then decided Fnatic is better than G2 for the rest of time. They beat them fair and square at the better draft, played better than them in a BO1. And there's some people that are going to run away with their imagination off of that BO1. Even as early as last year, Hilly, when Mad Lions won the split, Hilly was performing better than Mickey. And that's fine. Mickey is a legendary support. The conversation who is the support GOAT of Europe is between Mickey and Hilly. There's arguments for both. Really. Does Yellowstar maybe also have a vote? No. I don't think so. I think the longevity of Mickey and Hilly is is just way too long. In modern League of Legends, like Yellowstar went to North America and had a TSM stint, and Yellowstar peak. Like, when I look at that Fnatic, I see Huni. That's the only player I remember, Huni. I can visualize his fucking actions in the game. Because Huni single-handedly reshaped the whole region. No joke. Absolute monster. Fabibo was fantastic, yes. But Huni is wow. Okay, what else can we do? I don't know if I feel confident enough to do an LPL one. Maybe I would have to marinate it a little bit, but I don't think I would be ready. It's like my LPL would be a combination of JDG, top esports, and Bilibili players, and that's it. I wasn't the one who built the narrative that G2 is the only team in the LEC. You said it yourself and now you change your mind that G2 is a bit weaker. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about, man? You're fucking shadowboxing with your fucking own imagination because your interpretation of things is shit. It's a very different conversation of saying that G2 is the best fucking team in the West and is going to be the team that will have, if any, impact at an international stage in comparison to the current form of G2. I still believe G2 is going to run the whole LEC. I think they are favored to win this split and they're favored to win the next split. But their form currently is not good. And that's something that happens in fucking competition. And your performance fluctuates. And that's all good. You're fucking shadowboxing, man. Keep dreaming about 1v1, man. So now Fnatic is better? No. Did you see Fnatic in the final week? You think they're good? No, I wouldn't predict Fnatic to beat G2 in a best of 3 right now. No, I wouldn't. Who says Fnatic is better? I don't want to say that shit. No. Alright, LPL? We do LPL too? Fuck it. Let's do LPL. Let's do LPL. Milky. Knight. Ruler. On. 369. Kanavi. Cream. Yagao. Elk. Can't fucking spell. Elk. Missing. Mako. Once again, guys, Milky Way had the fucking MVP performance this split, okay? Am I making a team tomorrow? I'm taking Kanavi. I am. June. Jackie Love. Top lane is a bit tricky. We put Bin here. What the fuck do we put here? I need a top laner. Look. ZDZ. ZDZ. Here. Zhao Lahu we can't put. Zika, bro, Zika's had some goofy games, bro. Zika's had some goofy games. Wayward. I don't know about this shit, man. We just put Xiaohu in the top lane. Do we put a shout to Xiaoshu, bro? Xiaoshu has fucking been doing work, man. Me and Steph Curry, we feel Xiaoshu, man. We feel Xiaoshu. Well, ZDZ has been important too, man. ZDZ has been good. ZDZ has been good, man. Fuck it, man. We're gonna put YamatoCannon. So this guy is gone. This we can't put. They have too little volume. Sheer and fucking Flandre. They don't belong here, man. Wayward. I'm gonna put my personal, but I just don't like him. Is he the Xiaoshu? Or YamatoCannon? Which one do we put? Bro, ZDZ versus Xiaoshu is kind of a conversation. Not gonna lie. ZDZ put in some work. Shanji had stinkers. Had stinkers, man. Fuck it. We put Xiaoshu, bro. We put Xiaoshu. Our rare atom fucking prodigy. We put Xiaoshu, bro. My man. That's what's up. High five your screen right now if you're in it for Xiaoshu. High five your screen right now. That's right. I love it. There we go. That's the list. MVP of the split? Milkman. The Milkman. Motherfucking Milkman. Why? Why? Let me tell you why. He did way too much. He did way too much. He did way too much with what he had. He did way too much with what he had. Let's be honest. He simply did way too much with what he had. Chances are, guys, FPX are gonna lose the first BO5 they play. And they're gonna be out of players. They're gonna lose the first best of 5. I can feel it. They're gonna lose the first BO5, bro. And the split that they played is going to be a distant memory. Actually, well, let's check out the bracket. I don't even know the bracket. Oh, damn. I think either side of the bracket that will get LNG is worse off either way. I think that yeah, the bottom side of the bracket is way harder. Can't see? I'm gonna scroll down. Why the fuck do they need to schedule LCK same time as LPL, guys? What's up with that? I'm with you guys on the OMG hype train. Not gonna lie. OMG hype train is legit. Yo, Cube! Now Cube was a fucking Udyr merchant. I forgot about Cube though. Kier is underlying the fourth best mid laner. No, Angel deserves some props, man. Angel did heavy lifting this split, not gonna lie. Usually I'm not so sold on Angel, but Angel did some lifting this split, man. Angel has done some lifting. Bro, OMG might just make the run, dude. OMG might just make the run here. OMG might just make the run here, man. I think this is just tough, though. Like, running into JDG here. That blows. This sucks for anyone, bro. This... I play Shen support and struggle against Nocturne and Zyra matchups. I don't know too much about Shen support, bro. I don't know why you're playing Shen support. That does sound like a very hard matchup. I think that you need to try to save your HP and fucking... you need to fucking all in the Zyra, bro. Against Nocturne, bro, you just have to preemptively ult. You need to pay attention to the map. You have a little window to ult. You need to figure it out real time. But obviously, Nocturne is good against Shen because of this interaction, because you can jump after the fact. But if you want me to give you the honest advice, is to not play Shen. Yeah, I understood that Nocturne is jungle. I understood. The homies in the chat are all just being goofballs. They're all stupid. Don't worry about them. Can you cleanse Nocturne ult? No. You can Banshee it. Actually, can you cleanse Nocturne ult? I don't think so. I don't think so. You can Banshee it. I think in the past you could. Like, you could QSS it, but not cleanse it, of course. Alright, I think that's it for me today, guys. I have some stuff to do. Tomorrow, I am getting my internet upgraded. My internet is getting upgraded. That's it. My internet is getting upgraded. I have to go to the optician as well, so I'll be quite busy tomorrow. I don't know how much streaming will be done. I think that's a good place to end it, guys. Good place to end it. All right. Berlin when? I have to figure it out. Tomorrow I have to go to the optician too. Get my new glasses done. We'll get some lenses cooking. Catch you guys on the flip. Lots of love. Thank you for watching. See you. Global tier list. Global tier list? Is that, you want to do a global tier list before I leave? I guess I should, right? I guess I should. I definitely should. I definitely should. All right. We're not leaving. All right. So, Genji, Billy. Genji, Billy. I haven't put too much thought into this yet. So, How My Life Belongs, FPX, Top esports, I'm just pulling everybody in that belongs. G2 current form, honestly, you're downgraded, bro. You're downgraded. You're downgraded, son. Where's T1? I don't see T1. KT Rollster, Damwon Kia. Where's T1? JDG. T1. There's T1. What teams are we missing? What teams are we missing? Let me just pull up. Let me pull up. It's like LNG, NIP. Bro, the mid-table teams globally just fucking stink, dude. OMG. I think we have everybody that should remotely be mentioned, right? We only do top 10, guys. We only do top 10 because after that it gets murky, dude. It gets murky. So anyone's legend, worthily, Weibo, they're off the list, bro. Like they're off the list. Let's be honest. Fnatic's off the list. Bro, we're removing G2, we're removing Fly. Like we are current form, clapped. You hear me? Clapped. Current form. The West is ass on current form, okay? On current form, ass. Thing is, I have downgraded G2 because in current form, I don't trust G2 against them. I didn't do a prediction yet of the LEC. We're gonna do that on Friday. That's the move. So I can marinate a little bit on it. But I could see a world where BDS just fucking win against Team Heretics, by the way. I think stylistically it's not a good matchup for Team Heretics. And Alzir is gonna be back. That's a huge nuke buff. I don't think Team Heretics have a hard draw, I think. I think Team Heretics could definitely lose that. If odds makers are putting Team Heretics as favorite, I think it's a good place to make money, guys. I think it could be some value there. Because I know you guys are all degen gamblers watching this, you're trying to piece it together anyway. BDS are favorites now. Damn. Okay. Yeah, honestly, this would be like a global tier list right now, bro. Not much is going on, honestly. Not much is going on. I think the main thing here is like, where do you put FPX? Like, are you high on FPX or you're not high on FPX? And honestly, I'm not so high on FPX. Like, what Milky Way managed to accomplish is fucking amazing, but I feel like the most recent games are a lot more realistic. They're a lot more realistic. We also have to, like, as the representative of course, the LEC, They definitely belong up here. Like, they just took G2 spot pretty much. So XL right here is in the mix. They basically run the LEC. Plain and simple, they run the LEC like. They run the LEC, so I would choose XL to beat. I think XL could beat Scout, Gala, Weiwei, Zika, and Hang in a BO5. 9 out of 10 times. Peach against Milky Way. First of all, a peach is way healthier than a fucking chocolate bar. So the nutrition value is giga in the favor of XL. Additionally, there's not a single LCS champion on FPX. Not a single player has won a game in the LCS, let alone a fucking championship. You can't ignore Ignar. Make that your motto. You can't ignore Ignar. Ignoring Ignar? Can't ignore Ignar. I'll insult you for 30,000 points. MPU. I saw you play League of Legends the other day. Describe it to one word. Dog shit. Such stinky dog shit. Not even a dog poop bag could conceal the flavors of shit that you cook up in your gameplay. You should keybind /FF to save time when your teammates write FF at minute 15, because they've gone through 15 minutes with you in the team. So just keybind it so you save time to agree with the surrender vote of your teammates. All right, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the flip, flop.